Hello, everybody. My name is Jano, and I am a Marvel Rivals manager, and I'm going to teach you guys how to become managers of your own. So, how do you start? Well, starting is not too hard. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to join up Marvel Rivals. This is mine, and you're going to want to go to Tournament. Here's my faction, as you can see. But what you're going to do is you're going to see a screen like this. I will show you on the screen. I will put an image. And you're going to want to press join or create team. You're going to fill out all the specifications, and that is the least of your worries. A lot of names are taken, so you're going to have to be strategic and very creative. Now, once you create your faction, you're going to go around this for a different way. If you already have some players that you want to put on your team, that's great. But not all of us do. Not all of us know all the people. All of us know everybody. So how we're going to do this is we're going to join a Discord server. Now, where do we go? Now, it's not too complicated, and there are a few places you can go. So you're going to open up Discord, and you're going to go to Discover. You're going to go to servers, and you're going to search Marvel Rivals. Now, there are two servers you want to join. You want to join Marvel Rivals Looking for Game, and then Marvel Rivals Tournaments. So you're going to want to join those two servers. Join. And you could pick that apart later. And then you're going to pick Marvel Rivals Tournaments. Join. And finally, you're going to join one last server I forgot to talk about, and that is the official Marvel Rivals server. Now, this is important because you want to have some sort of notifications on this account. Now, you're going to connect these, and I find this really fun to do, and I'm going to place them down here. So they're all nice and neat so they don't clutter up my Discord. So, what you're going to do. So you're going to go into the Marvel Rivals, and you're going to fill out this questionnaire, and then you're going to finish. Now, there's going to be a lot of stuff bombarding your screen. Don't worry about it. This is the least of your worries. You will scroll down, all the way down until you get here. Now here is the very important stuff. Here is where you find your recruitment for top players, such as here. Here is where you find your specific region recruitments. And here's where you find recruitment for a console team. Now, if you are like me and you are NA, you're going to join NA and you're going to find the player that you're looking for. Now, a lot of these players are very high players. Don't get it wrong. Celestial isn't the highest rank, but it is well regarded. So if you're starting a Celestial team, start by looking at this person, for example. You're going to open up and you're going to DM him. A good DM could be anything. It could be ChatGPT. It could be absolutely anything. It could be, hey, are you still looking for team? Or, hey, I'm the manager of yada 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 team and I would like to make one with you and have you trial. Now, for trials, which are basically games that you play, you are going to need scrims, which you find down here. PC scrims, and then for your region, or console scrims. So you're going to go to PC scrims of whatever your region is, mine is NA, and you're going to find one. Any one of these will do. Now, scrims in each region come in 2-hour blocks. So they're usually 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, and 10 to 12. They usually don't stray further or earlier than that. And the earliest I've ever seen was 4 to 6. And that is very unlikely. It is most common at 10 to 8, as you can see at most of these, with an occasional 10 to 12. Now, what you're going to do is, let's say you're missing a person for your scrim. You only have 5 people, and a Marvel Rivals team requires 6. You're going to go to this ringers tab right here, and you're going to find somebody who can fill in. People who are saying, I can ring anytime today, or they will set a specific time, you're going to find them. Make sure they know which region you're in by putting EST, PST, CST, or whatever respective region you are in, because there is no qualifications for where they are located for this specific ringers chat. Now, how do we go about getting trials? Now, as I've showed you, you will book a scrim for a specific day. Now, once you've gathered up and messaged enough players and organized one single day to do this on, you're going to go to your server. And this is my personal favorite thing to do. You will open up your Google Forms and you're going to make a tryout form, such as I have right here. Now, this can consist and you are going to make a trial form. Now, this is going to consist of very basic stuff. What is your in-game name? What is your Discord username? What is your current season rank? Now, this is very important. What is your peak rank? What is your main role? Only choose one. And then I like including this one. How Marvel Rivals teams work is you have 2 vanguards, 2 duelists, 2 strategists by the usual. Now, let's say you're doing spawn break, which requires 3 tanks and 3 supports. You are going to want one of your DPS players or duelists to go either strategist or vanguard. Now, this is very useful. I personally very like this. Now, lists of your top 5 heroes in order. This is to see where they stand. When you're picking a Marvel Rivals character, you don't want a person who only plays dive characters, who only dive the back line or the front line or dive anybody in general. You want somebody with a variety, somebody who can adapt to the current metas. And then finally, if they did fill out this category and then picked an individual role after that, you're going to want them to list their players and then finally their availability. You don't want somebody who's flaky. If they're flaky, they don't want to play on your team. Or they just can't play on your team. So, once you got that form set up, and you've organized some trials, you are going to watch. And I want you to watch as carefully as possible. You're going to want to see who's best, who's worst. And you're going to study popular pro comps. Now, how do you do that? It's very hard if you're just getting into the scene, you're a GM player, or you are a Celestial player, or even if you're a Diamond player, to see how it works. Well, Marvel Rivals has a great system of watching past MRCs, or Marvel Rivals Championships. If you go up here, you can see past Marvel Rivals Championships with PCs and consoles, side by side. So let's say I'm going to the most recent one, or the one before this one. As you can see, this is for Kendrick. And you will go up here, and you're going to click this right here. Sorry. You're going to click this right here. And you are going to see the individual tournaments in which you look at. So look, this is Season 4, Heart of the Dragon, and we're going to click on this. Now, my team ended top 64 as Artemis, and you are going to click on the best team, and you are going to find their games. So let's say you go to double elimination, and you're going to watch their games against the best teams possible. So these don't exist anymore. These still exist. Now, this isn't a half bad team. Now, at the time, you go here, you click here, they obviously won. And it was a really bad scrim because you can't see what they did wrong. You can go here to see this team, which is not too good. But in my opinion, you can always watch the current best comps based on this. But if you really want to improve, you got to find a team who is okay. You don't want the best team, you don't want the worst team. So you're going to go to a team like mine previously was. I will find my team, which was Artemis down here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. And you're going to, you know what, I'm going to make this. You're going to find Artemis and you're going to follow it. Now, as you can see, this was a close game, so you're going to watch it. And you're going to see what happened and how it happened. So you can see this was a very close game, and you're going to watch this carefully. See what they all do. See how they move. That is the most important part, movement. On a map like Clintar, as you're moving Clintar convergence, as you're moving the cart, you don't want to go for the first point dead on like you do in ranked. You don't want to go through the middle. That's like the worst choke point imaginable. You want to go through the right side and destroy the wall up there on the platform in order to get height advantage. Yes, this isn't Fortnite, but height advantage matters in whatever game you play. It is always better to be on height. Now, once you've done this, you are going to want to get a coach. This is going to sound very pay to win, but you are going to want to get a coach. Some teams can survive based on just scrims, but you're not going to improve. You're not. You can improve by just playing with the team more and more, and then you start to synergize. But popular compositions of teams and popular other things will not just come for playtime. It will come for pure strategizing, and that only comes from top teams. Now, if you go to the Discord, which you can see right here, you can find in Artemis, and then go to staff recruitment, you can find a lot of people who are looking to be coaches. Now, these people will definitely coach with obvious guarantees of money. Now, freelance coaches looking for teams as an analyst, head coach, or AC, and there's a lot of things you could look for. And that is not single. So, what can we do? You're going to find a coach, message him, set up what's better for you. There are going to be some coaches that do not require payment. I can just scroll here and find one by just like random chance. Let me guess. Looking for coach. Individual coaching. Looking for analyst, looking for manager. Freelance coaching. Let's see what there is. Looking for a coach. And you could just post if you are looking for a coach here as well. But let's see. Coaching for Marvel Rivals Season 5. Let's move up the list. And you're going to see what I have to be. Some coaching for free. It's not very likely. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Kusho. For Diamond to Eternity to OAA. So see, it is very hard not to find some good coaches out there. And obviously, it's going to be hard to do anything in general. But you gotta survive. So, let's look at this. And find something. I would prefer if you do get a co-manager. Managing by yourself is the hardest thing possible. And that's the first thing I struggled with my initial team and my team that I still have to this day. Now, you're going to want to make a trial role, a Discord, and a ringer role, as well as your team role. And you're going to focus on these themselves. You're going to want ringers to keep, just in case you can't find anybody else, you're going to private DM them. Your trials, so you can keep them up to date all the time. And finally, your team itself, so you can add them and have your own team chat. And yeah, that's all you need to create an official Marvel Rivals team. If you guys have any more questions, put them in the comments, please. And I would love for you guys to support the channel. Thank you, everybody.